It's a pleasure to be here. As you know, I was at the conference last year and also was a presenter. And I was surprised that it was the first of the critical mineral conferences here in Cape Town, and it was highly uh, interesting, very well attended, and the participants knew quite a bit about the issues that the conference was trying to bring to public knowledge. Well, I saw that momentum was growing among your participants last year. I thought that the organizers had a great idea about making sure that the issue of critical minerals, which Africa is rich with, was publicized. And I see that it's going to get larger and larger each year. This conference, but the issue of making sure that Africa properly regulates its critical minerals, but also participates in the very large global demand for critical minerals. So two aspects to that question. First of all, their trade policies generally are that they are eager to assist U.S. exporters reach markets that are important to those exporters. But we also seek to use U.S. Exim Bank as a fulcrum, as an opportunity to create partnerships between U.S. And foreign partners. So U.S. Exim Bank actually had a considerable role in regards to international trade. Critical minerals has become a centerpiece of U.S. International trade policy, and also U.S. international broad policy in regards to industrialization and national security. As you know, not just the U.S., but the whole world is turning its attention to critical minerals because not because of scarcity per se, but because they want to make sure that they have access both to partnerships where those critical minerals are available, but also have access to the commodities themselves. So the U.S. Exim Bank, along with the State Department and other agencies, have really honed in on and particularized their interest in critical minerals broadly and their interest in critical mineral partnerships in Africa. Probably would imagine when you are courting a number of prospective suitors, it's hard sometimes to pick out a single one or single two to amplify. But we will say this, that among the countries in Africa that have really substantial quantities of world reserves and critical minerals, some of those countries here in Africa, whether they be Zimbabwe or DRC or South Africa, are countries where we are either already doing substantial business or we're trying to figure out ways to do business with those countries in a way that we allow the private sector to play a role where we're not able to directly lend to those countries. Well, I'm glad you used that word improved because the history of U.S. Exim Bank with Africa is a varied history. It has never been particularly strong, candidly, although there are some U.S. exporters who want very much to not only continue trading with Africa, but to increase their trading. So different administrations have had a different perspective on the importance of trade with Africa. The last few administrations have recognized that Africa has to be elevated in terms of our seeking partnerships and seeking trade relations. So, and the current administration in particular has made trading with Africa one of its hallmarks. And so I am there to help advise on certain African countries, certain African sort of trading norms, which I am happy to do, and also from time to time to recommend countries where I think that all of the qualifications that we look for in a trading partner exist, and the issues and products in particular that we're seeking to trade are in high demand in those African countries.